the next thing? I don't know. I have a video up
Oh,
on my computer, like I'm watching it, but there's nothing there,
okay.
right? It won't play. It says waiting. Well, I hit live. Are we
It
live?
says live. It says
I think we're
live.
live.
20 seconds.
Yeah. Oh, it's coming now. It's a little delayed. Okay, it's popping up now. Okay. I
Okay.
don't want to hear it, right? I don't want to hear the volume, so I'm going to turn that off. I'm going through an ad. Oh, okay. There we are. Okay. Now that's a
Oh,
weird
I
angle. Look
see
it.
you both. I see
Why do
you
you see
both.
the side of my head?
Huh?
Why do you see the side of my head?
I see you face on.
Okay. At first I looked like I was like the side of my head. I was like, what? That's weird. Okay.
I'm gonna do the tip. Hey, even in this, I can do the neighbor,
You're funny. So it looks funny on my phone because I'm on the top and you're on the bottom on my phone, right?
and I'm on the top, and you're on the bottom.
Okay, but on the screen on the video, we're beside each other. Okay, so here's what we're
Oh
doing, you guys. What?
no, I was just laughing.
Okay, so here's what we're doing. YouTube has started its own streaming where you can have guests. Where we used to have to use StreamYard, YouTube got smart and they were like, oh, people like to have guests, so let's have guests. All right. So they've set this up so that we can have guests. So this is the first time I've tried it, and it's a little different. It's a little different. I did it on my phone instead of my computer like I normally do, but I was just telling Brandy that I think that we need to experiment with it and see if I can actually schedule the live on my computer, which is a little better than using my phone. Anyhow, can you hear me okay? Because I don't have my mic plugged in or anything, but I'm sitting right here next to my phone, right?
I
Can you
can
hear
hear
me?
you just fine.
Okay, you can hear me. Okay, all right, cool. All right, so there's some people here we should say hello to. Oh, look at it's so weird because the video is over there on my computer playing, and it is delayed. So I watch myself here speaking and doing certain things, and all of a sudden I'll be like, "Oh, I'm doing it over there now." It's really
Yeah,
weird.
that's how it is on regular YouTube Live too.
It's
It's
so,
always
well,
delayed.
but see, I can't ever see myself when I do the YouTube lives because I'm not looking at myself in the camera. My camera's always like facing down on my painting or whatever, so I don't see myself. So this is a little
Oh,
odd.
okay.
I'm like, just don't look. But the chat's over there too, so you know. Anyhow,
Well, see, for me, the chat, whenever someone adds something, the chat pops up here. Like I saw Sherry say clearer than usual.
oh, well, there you. Thank you, Sherry. Okay, so yeah, normally when you do, I can see all the chat pop up on my phone too. And that's how it normally would be when you use your phone to go live, but I always watch it on my computer, so I see the chat like everybody else does when they watch the live, right? Anyhow, that's what we're doing. Okay, so who do we have? Now, see, now it's gonna look funny when I look sideways because I'm gonna be looking over here to look at my computer. But anyhow, um, there's Catherine and Mindy's here. I commented. I was like, "Hey, Marion's here. Karen's here. Sherry's
Oop,
here. Emma, Judy, Joe. Um, anybody else? I didn't say. Margaret's here. Marilyn's here. Da 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 da. Oh, it just hopped
did we
up
say
on
Sherry?
me. I said Sherry. The image looks clearer than usual. Okay. All right.
We got 14 people in here.
Yeah. Did I miss anybody? I don't know. Sherry's right. It's clearer. Interesting. That's very interesting. So that must be the difference between YouTube and StreamYard then, I guess. I don't like what I'm
Although I
seeing
feel
now.
like
I'm
I'm
getting look at
closer.
I'm really clear. Look, you're getting all of this. You're getting all my
See,
like turkey. Should I do
that's
this
why I'm
one,
doing
Brandy?
down here.
I'll be down here like this then. No.
Hello.
Oh,
Hold
well,
on.
it is what it is, right? It is what it is.
There's the kill guard.
I'll just be like this. Hi, how are you? I look pretty good this way. There you go. There we go. Hi. Oh gosh. Anyhow, So Brandy and I were chatting before this, talking about the book and things like that. So
Yeah.
we have our thoughts. We have our thoughts. So Brandy's big concern. Go ahead, Brandy. What was your big concern? What was your main question for me?
My main question was, did you like it? It was a mystery. Did you like it?
And I said, it was all right. Right? It was all right. I can give it I can give it props for being mysterious. Lots of little things, little secrets, little things we didn't know about going on. And it was well written. I mean, there was the twists and turns were in there, and it did just kind of start going. It was like a right, and all of a sudden it was like and everything just started falling into place, and more things were happening, and you were like, oh. So I can appreciate it for what it was. Mysteries are still not my thing, but I can appreciate it for what it was. Okay, I'll leave it at that. So anyhow, what do you want to say about it?
Well, for me, I did enjoy it. Um, so, because for me with the mystery, I always look for, did they put in good twists? Because a straightforward mystery where you can guess it at the beginning is crap. I
Correct.
want the twists. I need, yeah, I should not be able to guess what's going to happen and who did it. Like, I need there to
Yeah.
be, oh, and this did provide that. I agree with Karen. I was not expecting the person who took Mason to be the person who it was.
Yeah.
Um,
There were a lot of oh, oh. There were a lot of those. I will give it that. They were all in the last like quarter of the book, and that's when everything just started going. I still think the first 3 quarters of the book were probably a little slow. Could have happened a little
what
faster, but I don't
maybe a
know.
little faster, except that with a good mystery, they've got to have enough time to build those side roads for your thoughts to go down. Otherwise, it's not much of a twist and turn if you're not so you have to be so going off on this tangent, going off on this tangent. It might be this, it might be that, what's going on. And then once the stuff all starts trickling together, then you're like, oh my God, that's where that was. Oh, that's why this person did this. That's what that means.
Yeah. Yeah, I just would have if I'm gonna read a mystery, if you're gonna have me read a mystery again, I would like it a little shorter, a little faster, a little quicker, just I don't know. Just saying. Ben is evil. Ben was something, wasn't he? I mean, Ben was something.
Yeah,
Wow.
because didn't things turn out so conveniently for him at each of the time for him to get out of what he, because obviously he had ADHD when it came to women, that he needed a change, but he needed a change yet with someone who looked just like each other. I'm
Right.
telling you, it like he had serial killer motives, and like, I mean,
Right.
mm,
I'm telling
I'm
you,
not sad with
he
what
was something.
happened. I'm not sad that she stuck it to him, even though he didn't technically do it, but in some ways he did.
Right, he did. He was really the cause behind all of it. He was the cause for what happened. For sure. Mhm.
And I mean, let's be perfectly honest. If he would have been allowed to continue, he would have killed her anyway. At some point, I fully believe that he killed the first wife,
Yeah.
and that, you know, so this new one would have met an end somehow, some way.
I don't know. Isabel didn't really do anything wrong except confront the lady, asking questions, figuring out the story, figuring out that they had been messing around for a long time. And the actual death was an accident. So even if she would have
She
come
didn't go there
forward,
intending to kill the person. She really didn't.
no,
And
no,
let's
that
be
was
realistic. She would not have wanted to actually kill her because she knew where her
the
son
child
was
was. Yeah, yeah,
and had not told her where the child was.
correct. Yes.
You know,
So I don't know. I don't think, I like the way that it ended. I like that she got her kid back and her husband's in jail and the other woman's out of the picture and all that stuff. I think it just, you know, sometimes, as we say, the karma bus rolls up, you know,
mhm.
and sometimes it's okay. It's okay that, you know,
Sometimes that karma bus drives you right in the hookie haka.
hookie
Sure
haka.
does.
I
The
don't know
hookie
where
haka.
hookie haka is, but
Right in the
yeah.
woo, woo.
Yeah. That sounds like a whole different kind of book you're talking about, Brandy. Oh boy. Yeah, there was definitely
Karma
some
got
karma going on there, and it was well deserved karma, let me tell you. But yeah.
yeah,
Um,
I don't think that she should. I mean, because in my opinion, you know, like I said, it was not intended. It happened. It was an accident. You know, she never intended to kill her. It was a blind rage. But you know what? A rage that was justifiably deserved. This woman was so, but, and this is where Ben is all at fault. He
yep.
brainwashed every
Mhm.
single woman,
Yep.
everyone.
Yep. 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 And somebody who said it was right. The detective did know. The detective knew. That detective is not stupid. He knew. He knew exactly. And he just kind of went, hmm, look the other way. Okay. Right?
Well, just like I have a feeling that the first detective with her mom and
Oh,
her
sure.
sister knew what was
Absolutely.
happening, but
Absolutely.
chose to.
Yeah. Yeah. Absolutely. I mean, because that in that case, father was a political public figure and all that stuff, and
Yep.
let's not rock that boat. Let's not go there. So yeah, that was an interesting twist right there, wasn't it? Right?
We all thought
Mom,
it was her. She
mom killed.
had accidentally somehow killed her
Yeah,
sister. No,
yeah,
mom
nope,
killed sister and tried to
and
kill her.
was going to get her too. Yeah. And there was the third sister. And that was
Yeah.
the mom in the bedroom bloody. We thought it had something to do with dad. No, she was just losing a baby and then she went psycho after that. Right? She lost her mind. I mean, yeah,
It's, what did they call it? They called it postpartum psychosis.
something like that. Yeah. Yeah.
And I mean, and the fact is, and I do like that they mentioned the um the actual case, you know, because there was an actual case, a real life case of a woman who had postpartum psychosis and felt something was definitely wrong, begged, pleaded, please, I need help. I need help. And yet the dad still left her alone with the child. And I mean, when you're hallucinating things that aren't there, you know, and you're thinking like your brain is completely not thinking the correct things, and then you're left with that. I mean, it was an inevitable thing that was going to happen.
Uh-huh. So that was another interesting twist. The other interesting twist was the neighbors,
Oh,
right?
yep, yep.
They kept
Neighbors.
thinking
That
that,
was his dad, but he was keeping on the
yep.
down low.
Yeah. Okay,
Down low.
so here's where I'm confused a little bit, and I don't know if I missed it or what. Was she actually taking Ben out and walking by there? She never was. But he was
That was the
talking to her.
girlfriend.
Was she doing that all the time? I mean, was she taking him out before she took off with him?
I think
because
so. To
they had
establish, because
several
here's the
conversations.
they did, but I honestly think that I think she wanted to see if she could pass as her, and then once she established it was her, now that's got people going, look, she kept the kid out, but then, they couldn't say anything because they couldn't have dad be known that he was
Yeah.
there.
See, that part got a little
Um,
confusing to me. I wasn't certain what exactly had happened there. If it was her that actually took him out and went to the neighbors, or if the girlfriend had been doing it. I don't know,
well,
I was a
see,
little
I don't
confused.
think I don't think she took Mason out every time. I think when she was sleepwalking, she talked to the neighbor. But I don't think she actually took Mason, and the girlfriend took Mason that one time, the time that she took him. I don't think
No.
Mason was with them
All
when
right.
she was sleepwalking. But how about the twist of the podcast guy was actually Allison's brother, who
Right.
had caught them, seen
Yeah.
them, and was the voice that called Ben inside at the memorial.
Yep. Yep. And that's why he was so into helping with this whole case and whatnot. That's why he had all the information that he had on her and stuff like that. He wanted to make sure he knew what kind of a person she was and where she was coming from. And then to put it all together that Ben has done this repeatedly to all the women in his life. Just wow, crazy. Well,
Yeah,
that's what makes
that
it
I
that's what
mean,
makes it fiction, right?
but see, that's why I say this was a good mystery. There were enough of those surprises that made you go, whoa. And it does. It makes you want to go back and go, what were the signs that I missed? Like, he
Yeah.
mentioned he got into it because of his sister's murder. And, like there were little Easter eggs, kind of say, but you don't really put it together that because it's not a good mystery. Like I said, if you can guess it from the outset, it's not you need to be like, whoa, I didn't see that one coming.
Right?
You know,
Well, this definitely did that. It definitely did that. So, as a mystery, yes, we'll say it was a good mystery. Do I like mysteries? No. You know? Then that led us to
but
a whole
you didn't
different.
put it down and run screaming.
No.
So
No. And Brandy was disappointed it wasn't more thriller suspense at first. She was like, "Oh man, I
I was,
thought this
I
was
was
going to
waiting for
be."
them spine
Yeah.
tingly
No, and it wasn't
tinglicks, and
like
I didn't get
that.
none of it.
I was fine with that. I was happy with that. I'm good. I'm all good because, and we had this big conversation about, I don't know. I've never liked mystery stuff. Never liked the true crime stuff, you know. And she's like, "Well, I can't stand Harlequin romances, and I've never liked soap operas." I was like,
Ugh.
"Well, so we had a big discussion about that. Are soap operas? I mean, she thinks soap operas are different from nighttime dramas. And I don't see a big difference between a daytime soap opera and a nighttime drama. I think they're the same. It's just one's in the day and one's at night. I don't know."
I don't know. Mine seemed to be more interesting. I'll just put it that
Yeah,
way.
well, and we talked about
To
that
me.
too, because the nighttime dramas that you like have certain elements in there that draw you to them. They're either uh, cops and mysteries and crimes that draw you into them, or something scientific or something fantasy. They're not just real life. So that's the
Fantasy,
difference.
supernatural. If there's some
Right.
sort of paranormal or
Right.
mystery or something like that, yes. But,
Yeah.
other than that, no.
But just your
See, like
straight up,
I
just your straight up, this is life and this is what's happening between these people and their relationships. That's not for you, but that's
and
they're the
and,
same
and see,
thing
like
too.
for me on books, you try to give me a Harlequin romance, I can't do it. I literally will look at you. I draw the line. No. The answer is no. I don't need
No,
Fabio
I
and his
don't
little
I don't
whatever.
even
No.
have I don't even have a Harlequin romance on my shelf. So that's not the kind of romance I
I
read.
just cannot
I
do those.
read
I can't.
I read romance that has more of a story to it. You know, they have more going on. So yeah.
Don't give me just a straight bodice ripper because that's just porn without any kind of substance, you know. I
Well,
don't want that. I
that's
don't want
called
no. I don't
that's
want
called that's called erotic fiction.
no. All I know is that there's no substance, and you might as well no. No.
And you know what? And you know what? There is erotic fiction that has some pretty good storylines, though. I mean, there is. There it is. There it is. So I mean, people talk about 50 Shades of Grey all the time. And 50 Shades of Grey is not, I mean, it's not just the sex part. I mean, there is sex and yeah, it's a little different and it's a little, you know, but there's a storyline there too. There's a storyline. And the storyline actually is kind of interesting, but the the raunchy, not raunchy, it's not raunchy sex. I mean, I don't know. There's more to it than just that. There's more to it than just that. You know what I mean? And it's not
Okay.
one of my favorites. It is not one of my favorites, but it was definitely different with the whole bondage and the sub and dom and all that stuff made it different. Most of the books I read don't have that, but they might have some really good sex in them. But that was what made that different. But it does have a storyline. All right. So
Yeah.
anyhow, um, I think the vote has been cast for the next book. What do you think it is? Have you paid
I'm
attention?
hoping it's what I voted for.
Of
I'm hoping
course
it's
you,
Legendborn.
of course you hope it's what you voted for, right?
Legendborn!
Actually, yeah, a lot of people, not a lot, but I don't know, 3 or 4 or whatever did want Legendborn. So, um, there you go, Brandy. Brandy, you're on a roll. You got 2 in a row here. Anyhow, this is what it looks like. Legendborn. All right. Um, it is by Tracy Dion with 2 N's at the end. Let's see. Can you see it? Tracy Dion. Ooh, I'm moving it around. Can't tell.
Maybe he's trying to go.
I know. I'm like that. All right. So this is it, folks. This is it. This is what we're gonna be doing. Um, let's see. It has how many pages? It's kind of hefty. It's a little hefty.
Yeah, but is the print big? Print may be big. That might be why it's hefty.
It's not.
No.
No,
Minnie's like, no.
it's not. It's
Oh,
small.
Judy's like, yes. Downloading as we speak.
It's small. It's little. Oh, any book that you have to have a list of characters in the back. You get a list of characters in the back telling you who everybody is and how they're all related and whatnot.
Oh,
Oh
that's
yeah.
awesome.
All right. You probably won't get to see that. Oh, maybe you will. I don't know. It might be on the anyhow.
I won't find it till I finish it.
All right. So, let's see. Let's try to stick to like between 60, 70 pages. Well, hang on. Does this have page numbers?
Joe, it's called Legendborn.
Oh, there's page number. Oh, Joe is cooking. What are you cooking, Joe? Oh, it's written for her mother, for my mother. Okay. All right, let's see. What do we get when we get to about 65, 70 pages? I don't know. Let's see. There's
Oh, wow. 18 hours
57.
and 55 minutes on audio.
18 hours? Wow, I've never had any book tell me it was 18 hours. That seems like impossible. Okay, we'll go to page 66. I know that doesn't mean much to you. Oh, there's my sticky note. I always have a bookmark and a sticky note. Bookmark is where
There you
I'm at, and the sticky note is where we're headed. So I always have both. All right. So let me put my sticky note in here. So page 66 is where we're going to stop, if that's all right with everybody. Not that you're going to argue with me, right? You don't know. I don't know. Sure. Sounds good. Page 66.
Sounds good to
Sounds
me.
great. And that is through chapter 7. I mean, this is a big,
Okay,
thick
so hold
bad
on.
boy. Look at this. Look at this. Can you see this?
So
Look.
read 7. Don't read 8.
Right. I mean, look.
Okay.
It's going to take us a hot minute to read this one. It's almost 500 pages. Almost 500,
It'll be okay. It'll be okay.
right? There are 2 books. Are we going to do both? Oh, yeah, I don't know. We haven't discussed that. There is another one that follows this. I don't know. We haven't talked about that. We'll have to talk about that when the time comes. How's that? Talk about
Yeah,
it when the
we'll have to
time
wait.
comes.
Yes.
I mean, there is another stopping point, but I can't. There would be a good stopping point at like page 74, but it's not a chapter break. It's just anyhow. We'll go through chapter 7. All right.
Joe, I want some cheddar biscuits. I want cheddar biscuits.
I just want food. Just food. It's dinner time. I'm hungry. And we're having that
Yeah, I
whole
don't know what we're
discussion
having.
about what's for dinner, what are we having, what are you making, who's making it? Who gets tired of that? Who gets tired of that whole conversation, right? What's for dinner? When are we going to have dinner? Who are we making it? There probably is a 3rd book coming out, Sherry. I would bet there is. I know the 2nd one has been out for a little while, so I'm certain that the 3rd one is in the works. Yeah.
Yeah, probably so.
Karen's comment. Was that you? Did you just say something?
What?
Oh,
No.
that was. Yes, you did.
Did I?
Yeah, I think so. Anyhow,
My mouth
yeah.
started talking and I didn't think about it.
Karen said, I think she commented something about it was a good list of books. She wants to read all. Yes, Joe, by Tracy Dion. Yes. She wants to read all of the ones that we just put, the ones we just put in the vote last week or something. I don't know. So keep the list. She wants to read more of those. I was like, okay. All right. You're welcome over anytime, Brandy. Joe says, come on over. It's a little bit of a drive to get there, but
Little bit of a drive.
little bit. Yep, a little bit. All right. Okay, well, I suppose it's time for me to figure out what's for dinner. If you guys see Brandy and I pop up at some weird time to go live, just know that my dogs are barking. We're testing stuff. I gotta test out this other um, see if I can schedule it on my computer instead of my phone. See if that works. So we'll test that out sometime. We'll be like, hey, Mindy's live. Why is Mindy live? Oh, she's messing with her computer with Brandy. That's why.
Yep, there we go. Just
Yep.
never know.
Now, funny thing is, how do I stop it? Oh, I stop it up there. I'm like, how do I stop it now? Okay. All
How
right.
do I stop it?
Okay. I can't stop it over there on my computer. That's not going to work. Oh, gosh. Okay. All right. We will see you guys next time, and we'll start with Legendborn. I love the cover. It's got a beautiful cover, really. I don't
It
remember the name of
does.
the next one, but I know there is one. It's got a really pretty cover. This was one of my book of the month choices. So, yeah. All right. Have a good night, everybody, and we'll see you next time. All right. If you see us live, just stop in, say hello. We'll be messing around. All right. Okay. Talk to you guys
Bye,
later.
y'all.
Bye.